Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, you're most definitely welcome. If you've been coming back, thank you for always supporting me. And if you're swinging by, please hang around. It won't be a very long video. Today's video is pretty much just about a topic that I think is worth talking about. It's about bullying. And like how social media has really made everybody become almost a victim to bullying. And what could you do about it, and just how you could look at it simply, because sometimes you wonder, is it me? Have I done anything? Have I said anything? Or why are people doing this to me? Why are they picking on me? There's a lot of questions why and me involved. First and foremost, as we know, the more advanced technology gets, the more likely we are going to be exposed to social media bullying. It's almost like we can't escape it. It's no longer a situation where they only bully young kids. Like bullying goes through all the way up to adulthood. We've seen it. It happens at workplace. It happens in school. So it's not just like a particular demographic where bullying is so bad. Bullying is everywhere. And the reason I wanted to talk about this today is because I come from a very small community in Australia, the South Sudanese community, and I've noticed a lot of bullying that has been taking place online, especially on Facebook, that kind of avenue, and other platforms as well. I find that I'm not sure whether it's lack of I don't know how to put it. All I know is there's a lot of bullying that is going on, and normally it kind of like, it doesn't just end with the one person, because bullying is normally when you say mean things repetitively to one person, and then you get your friends to kind of like gang against the one person. But this one is more like it's bullying families, bullying people that are like no longer living with us. It's just people have gone really petty. Like I'm talking petty of the pettiest of the pettiest, you could think of, if there's such a word, where they will try and find a person to pick on, and they will abuse the entire family. Now, to them, the person that is giving out the abuse, they probably find some sort of satisfaction because there's something that they're lacking in their own life. And I don't know, I know this, I'm not sure if you guys would know, but I think everything starts from within. Everything starts from within, and then it goes out. So if you spend a majority of your time thinking, oh, what's happening out there, they've done this to me, they've done that to me, the problems start within. So these people that are going out there bullying people, because it makes them, they think it's fun. It makes them popular. Some of them, we seem to think there's a lot of association with behaving in a very rude and a cruel way that can actually generate you some people that will like you. And they're obviously, so if you go online and you start attacking someone, you have a lot of friends watching. They're really not your friends, I'm telling you now. I've stopped by some stuff and I've just watched and I'm like, no, that's ridiculous. You can't do that to someone. And I'll exit. So that's what I've seen in my community. They're saying really derogatory word. They're picking on anything and everything they could find to pick on. Whether it's your family, it could be your job, it could be your sexuality, it could be your skin color, you name it. They pick on you about everything and anything. And what really breaks my heart is when you see a bunch of people just engaging in that behavior and not saying anything, like watching, encourage. If you're watching, you're encouraging it in a way. I mean, sometimes you can't help it. You jump on social media and you see things. It's not like you wanted to go and see it, like you pick a movie, you don't. But it just happened and you see it, and sometimes you back off. But what I would like you guys to do, most of my, my YouTube followers, is just, if you see an incident where somebody is being attacked and verbally abused, and people are sharing it and they seem to think it's funny, please step up. There's nothing funny about bullying. There's nothing funny about making someone else go to bed every night feeling depressed, feeling upset, feeling like the world is going to end, feeling like they have no reason to live. They literally have no purpose. You don't want to be a part of that. You don't want to be a part of that cause. You don't want to be the reason why somebody's daughter, somebody's mom, somebody's uncle, somebody's auntie, somebody's kid is not going to sleep, or they're crying themselves to sleep every night. I don't know what sort of satisfaction anybody would get by doing that. So the most important thing is to know that you're not the problem. If you're being bullied, the problem usually kind of like, the problem is with the person, with the bully, the perpetrator. So if they're bullying you, the best thing you could do, I mean, like we've heard this before, oh yeah, just block them, whatever not. But you can block them, but everything they've said can't be blocked. It's already out there, you know what I mean? So you feel like, oh, even if I block them, he's already said this many people have heard this, and what's going to happen to me? Thing is, if you really try and focus on you and find something about you that you like, you know, what do you like? And whatever you like is what you focused on, and draw your attention, like literally remove yourself from the situation and everything else that's going on online, and just find yourself like a little safe haven where you can think about things that you like, do things that you like, and completely isolate these people. Because I can guarantee you, a majority of the time, the bullies have never even met you. They're just there ranting and doing whatever they do. They don't know who you are. They're just making up a lot of stuff, and you know, like, it's not important. They are not important. You know, like if you're walking on the street and somebody comes up to you and be like, oh, F you this, you're not going to respond like, what are you doing? You're just going to be thinking, oh no, poor thing, they must have a problem. So just send them love, because sometimes what somebody needs is just that extra attention and extra love, because they never had it. They're lacking it. That's why they're doing what they're doing. So if you are, like I said, Sudanese Australian, and you've been experiencing a lot of bullying in Australia, there's also places that you can actually try and get help from. So if it's been going on for a very long time, it's affecting you mentally, it's affecting, you know, like it's affecting you psychologically, it's affecting you spiritually, emotionally, seek some legal advice. You can actually seek legal advice, and you'd be surprised what they can do to try and help you or try and minimize the bullying. And if you are a younger kid and you're also getting bullied, talk to someone about it. Just don't feel like no one is going to listen to you, and don't feel like you're alone, because you're not alone. There's so many people that are experiencing this day in, day out. And sometimes you feel like you feel lost, and you feel like, oh my God, who's going to help me? Apart from you removing yourself from the situation, which I'm pretty sure you never put yourself in the situation in the first place, but since you're on social media, somebody's going to find a reason to pick on you. So just remove yourself from it. Don't give up the platform, because if you do give it up, it just means that they're dictating how you live your life and what you do. But you can always cut them off. So just cut them off, cut off their nonsense, and try and find people that are like you. Find people that are kind. Not, you know, like, I mean, we're not going to be on Facebook just trying to look good and pretty and who is who and who is hanging out with who. That's not it. You got to find a purpose. So just be kind. Just try and find something, a behavior that would describe the person that you are, like a trend. I'm a kind person. I'm a loving person. I'm a caring person. Instead of going, I am beautiful, I'm good at this. I mean, there's nothing wrong with those two. But the most important ones is just, you're kind, you're forgiving, you're generous, and you are gonna try and overcome this situation by not paying attention to what they say, and by speaking to the right people, and by surrounding yourself with the right people. Have a really good network of friends, people that care for you. And if I was to go into it in more detail, I've actually been exposed to bullying before, and I'm not the kind of person that you would expect someone to bully. I'm not saying that to be cocky, but I know, because I've always known what I want. I've always been very confident. I've never really had any issue with expressing my views. I was not timid as a child. I was a very outgoing child, still am a very outgoing old lady, woman. But anyway, so I have come across people on social media that would be literally talking about you day in, day out. And my strategy that has worked for me is just ignore them, because I'm strong. Like, I know I'm strong. So I've just gone, you know what? They're going to talk about me all they want. They're going to dig out my dead grandma and talk about her and whatever not. But I'm not going to let it affect me, because I'm not the problem. They are the problem. I am responsible for what I say and do, but I'm not responsible and accountable for your interpretation of what I say or do. So that just simply means that why should I care about what other people are thinking when I'm not the problem? But if you're studying stuff, like if I'm bullying somebody or I'm starting beef on someone and then I'm the problem, and if that was the case, I need to really have a deeper look at myself and see what the issue is. Why am I doing what I'm doing to other people? Because I might be going through some challenges, and my way of handling my challenges would be to take it on people. And sometimes people you don't know might seem like, oh, it's easy, just take it on them. Oh, look at that hairstyle, it looks horrible. Just bully. We are too old for that. We have matured for that. We need to really work on us. I've been doing this. I'm trying to find myself spiritually, and I've been doing this for the last 4 years. Things that used to bother me don't bother me anymore. I think it's also a lot to do with my age, but I think it's also because of what I was exposed to. There's always that one auntie that that would say things about you. She's your relative, and she would make up crap about you. Oh, I saw such and such standing with that guy, and therefore such and such have been doing some deeds. Okay, we know those aunties, and we try and stay away from them, and they'll follow us, and they'll just spread rumors. By the time you get to a certain age, you're just so bitter, and you start hating on their kids, and you start hating on the anything to do with them, because all they've done is literally bully you. Instead of like trying to guide you, they've just put you down and trash you. So anyway, key thing is just to know that you're not the problem, they are the problem. So if someone is bullying you, one, just know that it's nothing to do with you, it's to do with them. Please don't ever question yourself unless you start something. Don't ever question yourself. You're not the problem, they're the problem. And don't you ever feel like you're alone, because you're not alone. There's lots of people that are going through it, and there's lots of services that are available for people so they can actually seek some help. I know that at schools and stuff like that, you can also talk to counselors. I know that if you're an adult experiencing bullying, whether it's in a workplace, whether it's on social media, which is what I'm talking about, you can always call the cyberbullying line, or I think it's the human, the Human Rights Assembly. You can call them, and they'll be able to guide you and see what they can do to make the problem either make it go away by taking legal actions, or maybe just give you advice on what to do next. They're there. So guys, I hope that you find this video useful, and if you have experienced bullying in any way or form, and you feel like, or you haven't talked to anyone about it, please open your heart. I've been bullied and I've overcome it. I just ignore it. I just let people talk until they stop talking. Because let me tell you something, and let me be honest, no one is going to talk about anyone unless there's something about them. Like, you don't go and talk about the ordinary Joe who does nothing. You've got to talk about somebody who is doing something right. They must be doing something right, or they're going in the right direction. That would give people the fuel and the energy to start talking. Because if you're doing nothing, no one will talk about you. So you should also give yourself a pat on the back that you are actually doing something good, and that's why people are starting to gang up on you. The mean girls, or the aunties or the uncles, and people that people that are really, really trying to make it very difficult for you. So you gotta try really hard to let.
My dad to me tongue.
Pardon?
I hear it.
Okay.
Me, you too.
I heard it. That's my daughter. Sorry, guys. So please, don't suffer in silence. Speak out. Sometimes defend yourself if you can, not in a way that would actually be getting down to their level. Don't get down to their level. Never get down to a bully's level, because they want you to be like them. That's what they want. They want that attention. Don't give it to them. Just say something that is firm, very firm, so they know that you are there and you are aware of the situation. Okay? This is for the adults. Say something that is firm, and then just go mute. Just ignore the rest of it that will come after that, because they've got the demon that they're fighting. Once they finish fighting their demons, I'm sure they'll find you one day and maybe apologize if they're human. If they're not, that's okay. It's not your business. After all, it's not really you. And if you're at school and they keep doing it, talk to teachers, talk to your counselor. get someone, talk about it. Talking is everything, I'm telling you now. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for listening, and I hope that you'll leave some comments below so that I can try and talk about different topics that are what's going on in society. So yes, we'll see you next week. And if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe. I should learn how to say subscribe. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to my channel, comment, like, and share. See you guys. Take care. Sending you lots of love. Bye.